I think an easy thing to remember that could wind up being the most important is to be polite. Even if you've been wrongly pulled over, even if you're going to wind up getting arrested in this situation, being polite is only going to help. The police have a lot of power, and whether they're using it lawfully or not, being a polite person rather than a rude person is only going to get you a better result, not a worse result. But at the same time, you want to remember that the police are not there to help you, and no one is out there talking themselves out of being arrested. So I think that the thing you should do if you get pulled over for something like a DUI is politely explain to the officer that you don't want to answer any questions and that you want to speak to an attorney. And when you've told the officer those two things, you've triggered your rights to remain silent and your right to a lawyer. And the officer is going to be very limited in what they can do with you at that point. You'll be really putting yourself in a good position going forward. If the police have pulled you over for a DUI and they have probable cause to believe that you were driving under the influence of some kind of an intoxicant, then Oregon law gives the police the right to have you take a breathalyzer test. If you don't take a breathalyzer test when the police have probable cause and ask you to do so, you can automatically have your license suspended for a year. You can get in trouble just for refusing the breathalyzer test. So oftentimes it might be a bad idea to refuse the breathalyzer test. But there are other tests that the police like to give you during a DUI arrest as well. And those are called field sobriety tests. Those are tests like saying the alphabet backwards, or walking down an imaginary line and turning around, or standing with one foot off the ground and counting to a certain number. Those field sobriety tests can really only be used to hurt you. They're almost never used to help you. And it's not illegal for you to refuse to perform field sobriety tests.